What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What up, though, Detroit? Welcome to another episode of D Rapaport.
Rapaport.
Yes, sir. The Rapaport, man. This is episode 2. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
yes, sir. We were bored, man. Listen, we're gonna have a good Rapaport episode coming for y'all, man. So we got our special guest here, Bree, man. What's going on, Bree? How you feeling, brother?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Hey, just glad to be here, man. And what's going on with y'all cats, man? What's going on with y'all?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I wanna, you know, say, man, how you feeling? No, man, how you feeling today, man?
I'm cool, but I just do want to let everybody know that I've been held hostage by two Clippers fans, and this is so unfair. And they told me if I spoke out, they was go erase me, like beers. I hope, as y'all see with them wearing the Clippers hat on. So yeah, I see. I represented today, but they told me I was gonna get locked up. So that I'll say,
Man, it's still all love, man. It's still all love, man. So, like you said, it's gonna be a great episode 2 for our rap report, man. So, fellas, let's get into it, man. We're gonna talk about going to football first. We're gonna talk about the Savion Smith with the Detroit Lions. So, that's my partner in crime, known as Jay. He's gonna go over the Savion Smith update. Go on with it, no.
well, it's been brought to us today that safety Savion Smith, who, as we know, remember week 4 last year on the road against the New England Patriots, suffered a very scary injury to the neck and was, I will say, carted off, but he was actually rushed out the hospital in the back of a EMT with a neck injury, a very bad neck injury. Has actually just resigned with the Lions today. So obviously it's probably a league minimum type of tryout deal. So he'll get a chance to obviously fight for a roster spot. And, he looked like he was on verge of trying to have a decent game in his role at the time when he was playing. But he just didn't quite work out that way. The injury happened. But yeah, they're giving him a chance to kind of come back and try to fight for a roster spot, which means he's healthy, which I got to say, is remarkable because it wasn't really technically that long ago he got injured. Like I said, it was week 4 of last year, so it was still like in September transition to October. It's May, almost May now, so a couple weeks away from draft. So he must be ahead of schedule, which is always a good thing health wise. The fact that he still want to play football is very commendable. He's a very praying man, by the way, for a lot of people who may understand what I mean by that. And, when you think about the DeMar Hamlin situation, who I believe is also going to play, who had suffered a heart condition and late in the season last year, that's heroic for both those men, to be honest with you, man, to still want to come back and play the game that they love. And, even despite wanting to fight for a roster spot, you got to tip your hat off to him, man. Like that's brave, that's guts, that's true passion for a player to do that. He's not getting paid probably the most money to come back either, despite that injury. So when you somebody like that you just gotta praise them, and that just shows that they really about the culture here, man. You will come back and still fight for a job after taking that type of injury. You always get my hat tipped for that one. So yeah, come on, anybody got any other feelings about it, man? How y'all feeling about that?
Let me go ahead. We still go ahead, Bree. How you feel?
I think it's good that he's back. Hopefully, he does well and he's back to full capacity. And hey, every little bit counts. If he can go out there and do his thing and he helps this team, hey, I'm all forward. I'm all forward. And the shouts out to Hamlin too. Hope he goes back to his full form too with the Bills. Because that was tragic. For both of those is tragic what happened, and for them to come out as quickly as they have and want to play, it just shows how passionate they really are and how much they really love the game. So I'm all for it. I'm all for him, and then it just makes this team better. If the more depth it is, the better this team is. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm praying that he plays well. If it's not, and for this Lion team, because every bit helps, and I'm gunning for him.
Absolutely, man. I'm gonna pick it back with you saying too, man. I'm happy for him. Being back, to play the game that he loves. He said, we praying for the best, just ensure he just stay healthy, stay on the field. Like you see, we same with with the Damar Hamlin. So, praying for the best for him as well, because that was a tragic situation, what happened, especially with DeMar, saying, allowing national TV. So, like you said, the depth is it's going to help the Lions team having him on the roster. It was a huge help to keep the depth in our secondary. So that's, the important thing is, it's always, if your best players doesn't perform, you got the next man up, and that's when you got them role. You always got to have them role players. You always have to have those in case your superstars doesn't perform well, gets hurt. You have your role players. You have that depth. So on that roster, so having Saviaon Smith, it's a blessing. It's a plus. So definitely, see what he does this season. So yeah, it's I'm very happy about that. I'm happy for him that he's back and we playing football.
Yeah, he's healthy. That's just the bottom line of it.
Oh yeah. So absolutely, man, absolutely. So that's a little quick on the Saviaon Smith. So we definitely got to talk about breaking what happened this morning today. I'll let everybody knows. I'm an Eagles fan. I was ecstatic and was happy. I knew it was someone that was going to come at this point. But Jalen Hurts, new contract extension. 5 years, $255 million. 179 of it guaranteed.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! With no trade clause with that. No trade clause. So we knew it. You knew a lot of football fans. We knew at some point it was coming. Jalen Hurts is the highest paying player in the NFL right now. Right now. So way he performed over this past season, best record in the NFL. Lead the Eagles to the NFC Championship game and to the Super Bowl. Was one play, and it was a couple plays away for them to win the Super Bowl if the defense would have stepped up, but in the second half. But Jalen Hurts played phenomenal. Outside that one fumble he had in the Super Bowl, he played phenomenal in that Super Bowl. So he deserved this contract, and every penny he deserved it. So I'm gonna start with you, Bree. Then we go on to know what was your reaction about the Jalen Hurts contract extension.
Well, when I first heard about it, I was like Jerry Maguire and show me the money. I was like that. Show me the money. Man, he deserved it. I mean, after all that he's been through, and people were saying that he didn't have a chance, and he's sulky, and people comparing him to the same draft class as Burrow and Herbert and Tua, and they keep bringing, they bring that up every time. So for him, and he's done even more than he's done more than Herbert and Tua. And Burrow too, to a degree. So I'm happy for him, and then also too for him to have a black woman back him up to get him that money.
Let me say, shout out to Agent Nicole Lamb. I follow her. I follow her on Instagram and on the social media. Shout out to her, man. She is I'm telling you, she has so many clients. I'm telling you, she's one of the best female agents out there in this industry. Man, if y'all don't follow her, make sure you follow her. She know what she's doing. She know what she's talking about. Go ahead, Bree.
And it's and shout out to her for giving him that money. But yeah, he deserves it, man. I was surprised that he was the highest paid player. That shocked me, even more than Mahomes, more than Rodgers, who I think I just heard just signed too. And man, I'm happy for him. And he's gonna have a lot of pressure on him. And long as they doing better than them cowboys.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you
sorry.
said it right. The cowgirls.
The cowgirls. I'm sorry. I know y'all lost Zeke and everything. So don't get mad at me. But I'm happy for him, man. He deserved the money after what he's been through, and people seem to forget he went through a lot in college.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From Alabama, and with he had to transfer to Oklahoma, so he's been going through a lot in his whole career. So I'm happy for him. I am very happy for him, and let him keep doing what he's doing. That fly, eagle, fly.
Right, exactly. Before I let you go, no, right quick. Yeah, when you brought back, as far as what he's been through, people forget he won a national championship with Alabama.
Yes.
And as you also, too, he was part of the national championship team. Remember, he got benched in the second half again when they played Georgia. And when they beat Georgia on that Devontae Smith was on that, caught the game-winning touchdown. People forget Jalen Hurts was got benched, and then he turned around and went to Oklahoma, and he performed. He played so well in Oklahoma, and then he goes in the second round. He goes in the second round in the draft. He picked up, and that was a steal. And when I saw that, I said that was a steal. I said Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman, they knew what the hell they was doing because they seen Carson Wentz, wasn't a leader. On the team. He was a good player, but he wasn't a leader. So they went with somebody they know that, hey, he's a leader. He's a winner. So, and for what people were saying that Jalen Hurts is, he's not the guy. He doesn't have the arm strength. He's not that great of a quarterback. He's only average at best. All this talk I kept hearing about Jalen Hurts. He's not that guy. He's not going to lead us to the problem. This man, when Carson Wentz got hurt and he got benched, and then Jalen Hurts came in, he showed his he could play in this league. And then a turnaround last season, they made the playoffs. They didn't win the division. They made the playoffs. They ran to Tampa Bay and lost to Tampa Bay. They said, Jalen Hurts can't throw. He can't this. He can't that. The Eagles is not going to. Dallas Cowboys is going to be as the favorites to win the NFC East. This man, this past season, turned around not only win the division, not only win the NFC conference, led the team to the Super Bowl. Led the team to the Super Bowl. It didn't come with the win, but he shows he can play in this league. All the doubters, you can't say none of that no more. Jalen Hurts has proven to the world that why he's one of the elite quarterbacks in this league right now. And he's going to get better and better. He has weapons. He has Devontae Smith. He has Dallas Goedert. He has A.J. Brown. He has a running game. He has an offensive line. That's when a quarterback needs a protection and some weapons around him. That's just plain and simple, man. Jalen Hurts deserved this money. Go ahead, no. Go ahead, no.
Ooh, okay. I gotta say, I'm happy for him. First and foremost, obviously getting a contract like that, I always look for my people to get their just dues. And again, shout out to Miss Nicole Lynn for being one of the people who basically being the person that helped get him that contract. You know what I'm saying? Like as a woman, as a black woman, on top of that, they always undermine how smart and how business oriented we are. Sometimes I like people like her who can remind you of that. But y'all too has seen to feel. Remember that your boy Jalen Hurts also, I believe in 2021, also had got benched a little bit, didn't he? Because I could have
No, he
sworn
was
that.
hurt. He was hurt.
Oh, yeah, he was hurt. He was hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. But a lot of people was having mixed emotions about him that year. Like some people were with him still, some people still weren't. Some people didn't think he was going to be a long term starter for the Eagles during that season. Especially before they went on the run to make the playoffs in the wild card. People didn't think he was going to be a long term option. Difference of year rates. Get the weapons you need now. They made a big gamble, like I said, and it paid off. They didn't win the Super Bowl, but they got there. And at the end of the day, he's still young. He's still mostly healthy for the most part. So theoretically he should get better. They should, now that he's more dialed in. Now we have to see what's going to happen with Devontae Smith when it's his time to get paid. Because AJ Brown getting $25 million a year. Now this guy getting his 30 plus mil, and you got to see what's going to happen with Smith and Goddard when it's time for those guys to get paid. But yeah, I'm happy for him, man. I salute my hat. Like I said, I like Jalen Hurts. He's a likable guy, but hopefully he can get himself back to that glory as far as trying to get to a Super Bowl. But fortunately, I have to hold back on that hope a little bit because there's another team I prefer to try to make it there, as we all know. But for him, though, I'm happy to see him get that contract, man. So hopefully now he can do whatever he can now to keep leading his team there and keep proving doubters wrong. Because a lot of quarterbacks like him get a lot of doubt because they like to run. At the end of the day, quarterbacks are always here. It's always here when it comes to quarterbacks. You give me the simple things, and he gives you that. He's been doing this since he was a rookie. You saw him get better from his rookie season, or really, I should say, his second season. Because first year he got some playing time. It wasn't like it was a lot of it. I mean, it was. He kind of got hurt, and then it was like real small sample size. So his real rookie year was like 2021. So having that one to next year kind of step and put pieces around him. Let's see what they can do with him again. But tip my hat to him, man. So, what I'm saying, moving forward.
Yeah, indeed. And like I said, man, he deserved that money, man, in big time. Every penny this man put in the work. This past off season, before coming to the beginning of this past season, he was in there, he was putting in that work.
Yeah.
He was working on them throwing mechanics. He was working on the accuracy. He was putting that work. And that was a difference too. And then you get another bringing, traded for AJ Brown, bringing a deep threat, a strong receiver that helped alongside with Devontae Smith. And then the running game, man, it helps the running. So
too.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is huge, man.
And good drafting.
Yes.
And it helps to have a good draft too.
Yeah.
The people that can draft well. So
yeah, Howie Roseman, he can draft. He draft well. Yeah, he draft well. So I just say he's one of the best GMs out there too. So and like he knows what he's doing. I mean, look at Brandon Graham.
Yeah.
Look at Brandon Graham. Been there for about to go into his 13th season. 13th season. Been all with the Eagles. Got drafted. Of course, we know where he came from.
Yeah.
We know where he's from.
Yeah. Some school we know.
Yeah.
Some school,
Some school we know. You don't know. Some school that we know. Some university that's in Ann Arbor.
Some school that's got a double letter.
Also around the news in the NFL, Detroit Lions, it's been reported that they also paid at least $1.5 million involving that Jeff Okudah trade. As we know, we traded him for a 5th round pick last week. And the details of it is that we also took and paid 1.5 for him. So it's similar like with Jared Goff when we traded for him. The Rams kind of paid a little bit of that money for that transition, I guess, and what was going to be left over. So they paid the difference for us, and we basically kind of did the same thing. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
We'll see how we orchestrate that pick or whatever in the draft. But transitioning, guys, you ready to move towards the next one, y'all? Y'all think y'all ready for it?
Oh yeah, we're ready for it,
Oh
man.
yeah, for sure.
Definitely ready for it.
Next topic.
So next we're gonna get into some NBA playoff injury updates. We definitely get into that. This playoffs is already, this is just game one, man. Game one's already in the books over the weekend. Got game two is already underway for most teams, but we have some injury updates going on. I want to start with the Miami's Heat, Tyler Hero. He broke his hand. He would not return. He would miss the rest of the playoffs from what I've been per source is saying that he would not be playing for the rest of the playoffs. So this is unfortunate for the Miami Heat, losing the shooter like Tyler Hero. So it's going to give more time for Duncan Robinson, other guys that really, Victor Oladipo. Guys, it's just unfortunate because Tyler Hero is one of the best shooters in the league, and it's just unfortunate. He was going for the ball and the way it slapped his hand that was on the court, on the floor. So it was just unfortunate. And then he tried to play through it. He couldn't. When he shot it, when he was trying to shoot the three, it's just, you could tell he did not have no rhythm on that shot. So it's just unfortunate. So it's a huge loss of a Miami Heat. But just unfortunate, they up 1-0 against the Milwaukee Bucks. So speaking of Milwaukee Bucks, speaking of the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he did not play for the rest of game one for a lower back injury, which the X-rays came back, negative, which was clear. It's uncertain will he be playing tomorrow. I think we're later to play tomorrow, Wednesday. It's uncertain if he's going to play, but niggas did, the X-rays did come back as negative. So, just injuries, man. It's devastating, especially when you out for a while, So yeah, and it's crazy, man. So yes, I think it's another injury update as well. I didn't get a chance to take a look at other ones, but those are the two main ones I know so far. So, Bree, do you have any?
I gotta add one too. Ja Morant too.
Ja
Morant. Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead and elaborate with the Ja Morant one.
I just know from Ja Morant, I know it could be. It might be more serious than they thought. So it's a chance he might not even play in the first round. That's just the sources I'm hearing. But it's a lot more serious than what people think. So he might be out that whole first round because, and plus they already got Brandon Clark and Steven Adams already hurt. So that's gonna be tough for him. That's gonna be very, very tough. And even the Hero one is gonna be tough too. So they have to play Duncan Robinson and Oladipo. They have to. They don't have a choice. But they might just do Strus more in there too. So they might just still keep going with the same lineup they have. Let me see. I think who else? And Giannis, I'm pretty sure. I think Giannis is going. He gonna be back, especially
not this game.
Right. If not game 2, definitely game 3 for sure. But if you really look at it, fellas, man, this whole season has just been an injury season.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of players that have been hurt. A lot. It's either injuries or it's load management injury. So it's always something. But that's my take on the injuries.
Half of them be because of AD.
Well, and you mean street clothes? Oh, okay.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So the Ja Morant, I'm just looking at now. Ja Morant is doubtful to play game 2 on Wednesday. He said, from what I'm just read about Andrew Ranowski, shout out to him, that he wants to play, but he's uncertain he is going to play. But the good thing is the tests of the X-rays came back as negative, so which is cool. It's negative, so there's nothing that serious, but. And again, he's doubtful. He's play game 2, so it's definitely going to be tough for Memphis. Already don't have Steven Adams. Already doesn't have Brandon Clark. He'll be back. Yeah, he'll be back. There you go. Getting on back. There we go. Getting on back, man. It just. But yeah. Yeah, Memphis, they already doesn't have their 2 bigs as it is. So it's really going to be tough, especially when you playing against the LA Fakers. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. Did I say that out loud? The LA Fakers? But
the other LA team.
Yeah, that LA team, the Fakers. If they ain't Kobe and Shaq, they ain't Magic and all them. Nah, you miss me with that. But anyway, it's gonna be pretty tough because, like I said, they don't have nobody that's gonna have an answer for Anthony Davis, and so Jared Jackson.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so Jaren Jackson, you only could do so much. And shout out to Jaren Jackson. Just now, he is officially named as Defensive Player of the Year. Shout out to Jaren Jackson.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Michigan State, baby.
That's breaking news to me. I didn't know. Yep. Congratulations,
Jaren Jackson.
Oh wow.
Hold on, that's the second player that came out of Michigan State that won Defensive Player of the Year. I think no know the other person. I think no know the other person. Who's the other person? No, who's the other person that won Defensive Player of the Year that pleased to play Michigan State?
I sucker punch people who don't see it coming. Yeah.
Oh, here you go, man.
Oh, punch that Michigan player. Yeah,
right. Yeah. Shout out, congratulations to Jaren Jackson.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Congrats.
Just I came up with a little surprise right quick.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't have him winning it, but I'm glad he won it.
Yeah.
No.
Anybody anything good,
Yeah, you said Michigan, not Michigan State, man.
I'm about the state of Michigan.
Okay. Gotta watch, But yeah, man. So, hey, so yeah, shout out to Jaren Jackson, man. Congratulations, winning Defensive Player of the Year, man. So, but like I said, Memphis, it's gonna have a tough. They win game 2 Wednesday. Then you got yourself a series. They don't get the brooms out. Get the brooms out in Crypto.com arena. The Fakers can easily get in. So they got to run up against Sacramento or Golden State. So, but yeah, man. So Breed, you had a question you wanted?
Now, with all the injuries that's happening with Memphis, do you really feel sorry for them? Like, I know I don't, but yeah, I'm just with all the talking that they did during the season, like they the best in the West and everything. So yeah,
I'm gonna say this. Yes, they've been doing all the talking. I mean, them guys are still young. They're a young team. You know, they trying to feel themselves. Um, which they've been doing a good job. They've been doing a good job winning games without Ja. They've been winning games with Ja. They play tough. They gritty. You know, they play hard. Um, they just need to learn to shut their mouth and play the game. You know, but you know, injuries, you know, come and go. You know, but I feel bad for him in a way. Part of me, yes. Part of me, no. I do want Memphis to, you know, I do want Memphis to succeed in advance, but you know, it's going to be tough, man. Just like I said, with you know, two bigs is down, it's going to be tough. So, you know, I pretty much say the Lakers just pretty much got away with this series. They got an easy way. So, I'm just gonna say that. What about you, know?
It does feel like the Lakers kind of getting away. You know what I'm saying? Really a little too soon. Because I don't feel like they had to earn anything yet. I mean, they played well to kind of come back to be able to get into the playoffs, but it's just that I don't feel like they earning their way through the playoffs. Like, this feels so wrong, and I think people are going to get things misconstrued. But one thing is proven, though, for the Lakers is that without AD, they are nothing. Because I feel like ever since he joined that team, he was always kind of the difference maker when he is available, not in street clothes. So, and it showed it in the finals too. The Kobe finals showed it to the when AD is not out there, they're a different team. When AD's out there, it's so hard to stop. You know, it's easy to do. You got a guy like that, especially when you and LeBron are aging. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, as long as they keep AD, that's going to be part of the main reason why they can't transmission. But I guarantee if they lose AD anytime during the series, yeah, you might see a little bit of a difference going on moving forward. But while we already on the subject, you know, we can talk about some of the playoff situations of some upsets, some we expected, some this. Now I'm not gonna lie, with Miami, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit shocked. Until I found out Giannis got hurt. That's kind of what did it for me. I was like, okay, they won because Giannis got hurt. But it's like Bucks are a heavy team too, even without Giannis. And it's like, okay, they squeezed that one out. That matchup is going to be so physical. I can see the Bucks kind of getting back into it though, because you know Harold is out and Giannis may return soon. The other one that got me, I wasn't surprised by the Nuggets yesterday. They were on late.
You said the Minnesota Baby Wolves?
Yeah, the Baby Wolves, yeah. Jokic and the boys got the job.
Hello, is this on?
Yeah, the other one to me though, and I know I'm just go ahead and beat you to it because I already know you're trying to make it the main event. Yeah, I was off a little bit off guard by the damn Clippers. Winning that one, real close, sticky situation, which was a 5-point win. So as we said, there's going to be
and Russ, we trust.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook had an off game offensively. Shocking. But he stepped up defensively. Yes, he made a good block that you had to just post on the Facebook page, D313 make sure y'all follow. But yeah, he did a good job playing defense late down the stretch on Devin Booker. That was good plays, man. That was probably the best play of the game for him. We gonna see what happens with that series. That's gonna be the series to watch. I think that one and the Milwaukee Bucks one is gonna be the ones to watch. Because to me, I think that's those movies to me seem to be grilling with something right now. And you know what I'm saying, those are my teams that I'm watching for. And OKC took an L. Yeah.
And they're playing, yeah. Oh, well, I'm gonna say this right. I'm gonna say this right there. Thank you, Noah, for showing the love to the LA Clippers, yeah. Showing love in Russ we trust. And don't forget Kawhi. Don't forget Kawhi Leonard was balling Remember, he had like 38 points. Okay, unplayed 42 minutes. Okay, let's just forget about that. You know, Ty Lue said to Russ, don't worry about your shots. Worry about, just go do the other things. And that's what Russ did. So Russ did what he did. He got the offensive rebounds, he got block shots, he played defense. Those the effort play. So
Mhm.
with
Now I
with
can deal with Westbrook Dylan playing like that a little bit more often because to me, he's still considered point guard. So I would like to see him play more of the point guard role through the series outside of him trying to be the usual Westbrook. That's why I hope for him
but
during this.
before I move forward on who the games I really like, Russ, without Paul George, Russ has to play like that. Russ has to play like that. Because the thing is, without Paul George, Russ is the second player, the second best player on the team.
Yeah,
He's the second best player on the team without Paul George. So for Russ, what he did, Russ has to play like that for us to win that series. He has to play. If he shoots 1 for 25 and
yeah,
he gets offensive rebounds and he plays defense and stay out and doesn't have foul trouble, don't turn the ball over too many times. That's it. That's what it comes down to. The small plays. So that's what it comes down to. So
yeah.
we're going. So the game before I go let Bree go. The games I'm looking at, of course, you know, my Clippers and Suns. But for another team the other teams in the West, that's Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors.
Oh yeah.
Sacramento Kings. Them guys. I'm De'Aaron Fox.
Mm.
God have mercy.
Light that beam.
Like the beam.
Light that beam.
Sacramento is going to win the series in 7. They're going to
Mm.
win the series in
Mm.
7. It's going to 7-game series. Sacramento is going to win in 7. Like the beam. Golden State era is coming to a close. They don't play defense. I mean, Sacramento doesn't either. Andrew Wiggins is coming back. He ain't played basketball in weeks. Okay. Gary Payton ain't the same defender. You remember, he's been injured. So he's not going to have the same lift and the speed that he has. So I just don't think Golden State. I don't think Golden State gonna win this series. I think Sacramento's gonna go to the second round. Another team, another series. It's in the Eastern Conference, and I'm gonna sing this right quick. Go New York, go New York, go New York, go New York, go. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks.
I'm
The New
hiring for the co-host.
The New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, man, that's just going to be a fun series. I got the Knicks in 7. I think this is going to go to 7-game series. Cleveland. I mean, I know they had lost, but Cleveland's not no joke. Cleveland's going to put up a fight. I just think New York is going to pass them because they got a little bit more players that have experience than Cleveland does. Even though Cleveland may have home court, but I just think that the New York Knicks, with the playoff experience they have with Brunsons and the Randalls and with Julius Randalls, with RJ Barretts and Mitchell Robinson, other guys, Josh Hart, and then even though Derrick Rose hasn't played, Evan Fournier hasn't played, those guys has playoff experience. So, and you get guys like Manuel Quickly and Quentin Grimes. I just think that New York has a deeper bench and than the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I just think that the New York Knicks will prevail. It's going to go 7 games. I like that series a lot. I really do. And there's one series everybody think is not going to go as far, but I believe it is. Watch out. Watch out for the Atlanta and Boston. And the reason why I say in Atlanta and Boston, because you got to think about Boston. Boston gets hot. Boston gets cold. Boston has their moments. They play well. They're a hard team to beat. But when they play horrible, they play horrible.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm telling you, even in Boston taking 2-0 series against Atlanta, remember, they got to go to the ATL, shouty. And it ain't easy winning in the ATL.
Mhm.
That ain't easy. How many times you seen the Boston Celtics and Atlanta Hawks playoff series? We could go back from the Mike Bibby and Joe Johnson, Josh Childress days, Josh Smith, going back and forth. And come on. So Atlanta and Boston have a little history when they play in the playoffs. I think Boston will still win the series, but it's going to be a long series. A lot of people don't think it's going to be a long series, but I think it's going to be a long series. I think just Boston's going to prevail. Trae Young's going to have a couple of big games. DeJounte Murray going to have a couple of big games. And shout out to our guy Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey, baby. Shout out to him. He's gonna have a couple of good games as well. His first playoff experience. Wish it could have been the Pistons, but yeah. I wish it could have been the Pistons.
Out there, man. There's someone in the playoffs with these teams. You know, we got Luka Garza, even little speedy Saviaon Lee is out there on the team now, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's how I feel about this, the playoffs. That's how I feel about it. So, Bree, what about you, man?
Hey, I'm with you, man. That Knicks and Cavs series is gonna be great. That game. The atmosphere was crazy. Even seeing little old Spike Lee even cheering down there, like throwing up the peace sign, like he Richard Nixon or something. So I was like, come on, man, come on, Spike, stop. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a good series. Atlanta and Boston. I'm with you, man. I think Atlanta is gonna make them work. I think it's just Trey gonna do his thing, but I think that X factor is gonna be John Collins.
Yes,
I think John Collins is an X factor in that series. I think he can score. I think that his defense got to get better.
Yeah.
And Bogdanovich too. Bogdanovich got to get better. You know what I mean? So, but I still got Boston to take that series. I just think they might get in like 5 or 6, maybe somewhere around there. We can pretty much all agree that the Sixers is gonna take care of the Nets.
Oh yeah, get the bros out.
It's just out. And listen, I like Bridges and I like Cam Johnson, but Philly got too much power. Too much.
The Speedy Classic can't guard Joel Embiid.
Nah.
They ain't got enough bigs. I just think I think Brooklyn's been overmatched and they had no shot. I think it's going to be a sweep or a gentleman sweep. I don't see it going past the 5 games. I just don't see it.
I don't see it either. I think they done.
I told you I never liked the fact that they traded away what's his name, Jared Allen. I never liked it.
Yeah.
I hate that build started with him and then with him.
Yeah,
that was like the connecting piece. Then everybody will start coming with. Then they sold their souls to them.
Man, I still remember when they traded for Sekou.
Right.
I'm like, man,
I'm right there too, because I felt like DeAndre Jordan was the backup, and really good defense. That was a bad trade, in my opinion, because like you gave up one of your veteran bigs. Kind of need that depth in the Eastern Conference. You need big.
I agree with that. No,
Rain, bro, and Blake Griffin. Remember? That was
leave Blake alone.
Hey, I was a Blake fan, but if you really look at it too, man, because I know people don't like Blake, but you got to remember, man. This dude was in one leg in the playoffs, trying his hardest, trying to win. So I can't hate on Blake Griffin.
Me either.
He tried. How many people will go out there with one good leg left and play his hardest? So I can't say anything bad about him at all.
Yeah.
You know, I still got my Blake jersey, my Blake shirts. Heck, man, hey, listen, I still got my Blake Clippers jersey. So
Yeah.
I was a Blake fan. So
it's like when it's like he came here, it was like we had that guy that's help us. I'm not saying he was gonna help us win a championship and none of that, and I wasn't gonna say they're going that far. He was gonna like, okay, we put some butts in the seats more, and on top of that, we was getting put for the playoffs, and which we did make them. And just unfortunately, we ran against that gauntlet of Milwaukee with Giannis and it was just Blake Griffin was getting hurt.
You wanna know how we ended up with that AC? Since you want to talk about it, he wasn't helping on defense, bro. And that's
But again, I understand that, but again, he was doing so much on the offense and score. At times, Reggie Jackson. Hold on, you remember at times Reggie Jackson was not providing the offense they should. Reggie Jackson
system though, that was partially Casey too. He took the pick and roll away. The whole reason why Stan Van Gundy brought Blake over here was for the help the pick and roll system. That was the basketball reason. We know the true reason why he brought Blake over here, but the basketball side of thing was because of the pick and roll. And Dwayne Casey took that away when he got here. Reggie Jackson out of the jar, pick and roll beast. That's what they do. And Blake does too. And then he took that away.
But I agree he didn't play. I agree with you. He wasn't playing this defense. I would say consistently. I agree with you.
But you got to understand too that how much of a defense can you do when you only got one good leg?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying before the injuries.
Oh well, yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah.
And he chose elected not to play defense. And then that's really why he gets hurt too, because you put all your effort trying to, hold the ball and you want to 100% of the ball play, and then when you get hurt, you can't never be available in the playoffs. That's the problem.
See, I knew we was gonna lose that series when you got John Lure and Thon Maker to play defense on Giannis. That's when I knew it's done. It was a wrap.
So yeah, that's definitely. So like you said, this NBA playoffs, man, is going to be good. I mean, we got a couple of games. I probably believe it's going to end so quickly. Denver, I just think Denver's going to wipe off Minnesota so quickly. And I'd rather see OKC than freaking Minnesota, baby Wolves. So Denver's going to take care of
the little cats.
Baby Wolves, right? I'd be surprised if that series goes past 4 games, past 5 games. I will be surprised. That means something's wrong with Denver. So
I've said this many times, y'all. They need to put a missing report on Anthony Edwards. Have you seen me? Have you seen him? Where is he?
No, they need to put a missing report on Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh.
And Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert always feel like he missed. I don't know what to be about.
Man.
So we're gonna move on to the next topic before we end the show. Definitely want to get into some Pistons talk. Pistons have been doing some head coaching searching. Troy Weaver, he's been looking at since I was talking to Domes about this earlier. Which I understand that Troy Weaver's interviewing a lot of assistant coaches, especially for first-time head coaching jobs. You have one, his name is Rex Colominian, whatever his last name is. I guess the Pistons are interviewing him. They are interviewing a couple of other assistants as well. So we'll see what Troy Weaver does, or who's going to hire as potential head coaching position. So he is interviewing a lot of assistants. Oh, yeah, shout out to King, man. Everything King, man. King just King just put it on. He said F no on that. The coach of assistant Rex. The Rex comedian, Colomedian, whatever. Yeah.
Basically Casey right hand man.
Yeah.
The one he answers to during timeouts.
Troy Reavers is doing his interview with him. So yeah, it's a couple other sisters, man. But Rex, I ain't knowing, I don't know too much about him. We don't know too much, but like you said, that's Wayne Casey's right. I mean, of course, Wayne Casey's right hand man, and don't know about that. No, I don't know about that. So yeah, yeah. So we'll see what Troy Weaver does. Who he's gonna have as his new head coach. So we're definitely looking forward to it. To see. Hope he makes the right hire. Not no Rex. Hope not Rex. Not no Rex. So hope we get somebody. I'll take Charles Lee before I take that Rex. I'll take somebody. It's other Quinn for Miami's assistant. He's been the Miami assistant for a long time. He's supposed to get an interview for the position as well. So, like you said, we still got the top names out there. Like you said, Udoka. Huh?
I was going to ask you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but who you think is like who right now looks like the favorite that they might be more? For me, it's Charlie Lee. I think it's them. I think he's the one they favorite so far. Just basically.
What you think, Bree?
As far as the favorite, I gotta say Udoka. I gotta say Udoka. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I do.
Yeah. I'm sticking with my Sam Patel.
No, I'm talking about other guys you've been hearing around rumors and reports of. I don't mean like our personal favorite guy. I'm saying like from what they've been saying, who they were like viewing and observing for the head coaching position. The Pistons, I think it's been Charlie Lee. That's been kind of like favorite. I ain't saying officially named the favorite, but just he seemed like they the one that this man snooped around the most.
I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to go with on Charles Lee for right now.
Yeah,
because like you said, Troy Weaver's still doing more interviews. So I'm gonna go with Charles Lee just for right now.
Yeah,
I
would like to know about him is how long was he with Boston? Because if he was there like from early years in Giannis, then I can see why. If he just like recently got there a couple years, not saying that wouldn't work if he just recently got there, but because I see what Troy Weaver doing, he knows he going for guys who are like assistant head coaches and stuff like that, and just like as he was an assistant GM, it's kind of weird when he's doing that. And a lot of these guys are, like we say, young, up to date with the modern day NBA lifestyle.
It's another one too. Let me just interrupt. I think it was earlier in the day. It was the Pistons want to interview Brooklyn's assistant Brian Keefe for head coaching job. He used to be OKC's coaching staff years with OKC when Troy Weaver was there. So and also Keefe was an assistant with the Knicks and the Lakers as well. So they also interviewed him.
Okay.
So they are. So as far as I say, Charles Lee so far, but I think Troy Weaver. We know he's taking his time. He's interviewing, see who would be the best fit. So I trust his decision. As long as it's not Rex. As long as it's not Rex. So I mean, hey, if he hires Rex, man, Troy Weaver has to go. Troy Weaver has to go.
Hey, I would say the same thing. If he tried to get Steve Nash, he got to go too.
Oh, he got
man.
Coaches, I'm gonna be at that presser, and I'm gonna treat his ass like George Bush. I'm taking my shoes off and throwing that motherfucker ass. Routine at him. Well, we thought this was bow.
Right, exactly.
You're gonna have to Will Smith smack him on that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So all right, we coming to the end of our Rapaport show, episode 2. Man, it's another great show. Updates what's going on over, in the sports world. So, Mom, you got a little bit of final thoughts, right quick?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Tigers. You said they've been on the road real quick. That's a Saviaon 3-game winning streak, and we got a makeup game, as you told me as well. Shout out to Nick Mattoon with a big hitter, and Miguel Cabrera still got something in the tank. Ain't that enough, Miguel? That's what I'm talking about. Got to get down there, man.
We gotta get down there, man. We gotta get down there, man.
Sometime maybe after this draft or something like that, we'll be definitely trying to hit them up to go see a game. Tigers, regardless if they win or lose, wherever I go, we still love our Tigers. And all season out with the Red Wings, so that means we're gonna get another chance for that young team to grow with them as well. What Yzerman doing his thing with the Red Wings.
Absolutely.
Definitely got to get that going. But yeah, man, it was a heck of a show, man. We have episode 2 of D313 Rapaport. And shout out to our boy Bree for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Definitely got to get him on future episodes. And yeah, man, may God bless, and make sure y'all follow the Facebook page.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Bree, you got any final thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, hey, just shout out to, the Pistons, even though it was a tough season, that still got hope in them Tigers. I ain't gonna lose hope. Hey, you can't win a division, get a wild card spot. You know what I mean? And shout out to the NBA playoffs for having these good games, having these really good games. And shout out to Russell Westbrook, even for getting in the face of that fan after the game. Hey, listen, it happens. It happens. And shout out to E40, even though, hey, I hate that happened to him. So shout out to him, good guy.
Yeah.
Hey, hate that happened to him.
Yeah, man, that was just crazy, man.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it for me, man.
Alrighty, man. Well, I want to give a shout out, like you said, man. Bree, you came through on our Rapaport show, episode 2, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for giving us the updates of the sports world, man. And, like I said, it's another great show, man. I don't really have no final thoughts like I was just saying, man. It's another great show. Make sure, hit that like and subscribe, to D313 XP. Dropping consistent content. Check our Facebook page, check our Instagram. Make sure, y'all, please like and subscribe. We will be dropping the episode 8. Episode 8. Episode 9. I apologize. I apologize about that. Episode 9 this Thursday. Then we got episode 10, the big one. Next week, draft, baby.
You got 2 next week.
2 parts. 2
Yeah.
parts. We got a Thursday episode, part 10, part 1, and the episode part 2, which I would be part of part 2. So, just make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, man. So definitely, dropping consistent content, man. That's that being said, D313 Rapaport, Miss J.